All right. We are live. What's up? Yo, we're live. What's up, everyone? Is your boy Dill here, live again from YouTube. We are live. What's up? Yo, we're live. What's up, everyone? Is your boy Dill here, live again from YouTube. We are live. What's up? Yo, we're live. What's up, everyone? Is your boy trying to send trying to put the Instagram feed also. So yeah, we're here, we're live. What's happening, everyone? I hope everyone is doing good. Let me go check my stream real quick on YouTube. Today I'm gonna show you a video of this video today is me showcasing a beat that was placed on Bell Collective. This is a show on the Oprah Winfrey Network. It's a reality show, and I wanted to I didn't have a lot of time this week to make a live stream making a beat, so I thought about just doing something educational and showcasing you guys how I made the beat, how it got placed, how it got used, and that's what we're gonna be talking about on this video. So, and if you're wondering, yeah, I'm super excited that my music could be used on TV, you know, on a really cool, I think it's a really big show, like millions of people should watch, you know. So yeah, everything is running well on the stream. Let me see. Yeah, there's audio, everything is running smoothly here. So yeah, let's proceed and show you guys the first part of this video. I want to show you a small clip of the TV show where my music got placed. It was just 16 seconds, but I just want you guys to see the context. Oh, Real Divinity is here. Hey, what's up? Been good? What's up, my bro? Haven't spoken in a while. Haven't seen you around, but good to have you here again, Divinity. As I was saying, I'm gonna show you the clip from Bell Collective from the show. I don't know if I might get a copyright strike, but it's all right. This is for educational purposes for you guys. And so I'm just gonna show you the clip right now. Let's go over to over here. Let me take this out. Now this is the beat in the background, but before I show you the beat, I want to show you this. And this is the clip right here. Let me take out this. All right. So this is how my music was used on this show.
Normally when somebody's recommended for the show, we call around, and I knew, of course, Selena, hell, she was married to JJ. So I called and I asked her about JJ and Sophia. She was like, yeah, you know, they're good people. Just go ahead. They'll make good for TV. And that was the reason why I submitted them to you.
I mean, I don't believe that. You know, Latrice, you do have a track record of lying. That's my opinion.
What have I lied?
I'm not going to go back through your whole. I'm not going to go back through.
Yeah. That's how the music was shown. It was just 60 seconds while that woman was speaking, and the music in the background really low. You can hear it that music was made by yours truly, and it was published by 21 South, and looks like somebody picked it up and used it in their reality show, and that's super cool, super great. We don't know how much money that's gonna make, but it doesn't matter because the ball is rolling. There's a snowball effect going on, all right? But we're not here to talk about the business or the monetary part of the placement. We're here to talk about the music and how I produced it. So here is the beat. I called it the Evening Gasp. It's in 120 tempo. I'm pretty sure it's in D minor or something. Let me check real quick. Cause it's in F sharp it's like F sharp minor or something like that. All right. So F sharp minor, 120 BPM. Let's play the beat all through, and then we'll talk about the beat and the different sections. All right, let's play it. And then just let it ring. So yeah, guys, that is the evening gasp. As you can see, very short. It's only like a minute and what? A minute and 15 long, a minute and 20. You know, I mostly do these beats, make them like 2 minutes at least long. But for this one, I just kept it like that because it sounded well. Also, this beat, I made it over, I think over almost 2 years ago. And it just got placed like a month ago. So just something to keep in mind, that old music can still be used, man. So let's start off. I'm going to talk about the drums later on. Let's start with the melody. So this was the foundation. Here you have the notes here on F sharp minor. That's the melody right there. Let me play it for you. Yeah, very simple all throughout the whole beat. There's a part that it changes right here. I think, no, it's the same thing all throughout the beat. And where did I get that instrument, that sound? Here from Serum. It's a preset I found on Splice. It's the AUGEDH synth piano pearls. I don't know. I found it on Splice, and I'm pretty sure you guys can find it too if you use Splice. So yeah, this one is from Serum 2. Actually, no, this one is from Serum 1. Serum 2 still had not come out when I made this beat. Then I got this melody layer right here. It's doing exactly the same thing as the other one, but a different sound. So let's listen to that. Very mysterious and very ominous. And this one is also from Serum. It's called the Tinkerbell. It's a pluck. Tinkerbell Dark. Very cool also. I think I found this one also from, this one is from actually their stock plugin, I think, or anyways, maybe I found it on Splice too. You can find a bunch of great presets on Splice. So after that, we got this vocal. Now I don't remember very well what I did with this vocal. Probably has a ton of effects on it. Right now it only has the pre EQ, but yeah, that vocal sounds like a pad vocal, just the same note all over. It's just giving it texture, just texture, really, this vocal. Then we got this lead going on. I'm pretty sure it's also from Serum. No, this one is from Analog Dreams. This one is from Analog Dreams. This one is called Fox Wedding, that preset. And this is for this lead right here. And that's it. And I also played that lead at the end of the beat. Just when everything comes together. Just very simple. Real Divinity says, sweet. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I changed it a little bit here. And that's it. Right, so that's part of the melody. Then I have these synth stabs. They all come together to do this. Yeah, let's play it from this part right here, because this is where they're doing everything together. And as you can see, I'm going to play these notes here. As you can see, they have a lot of notes. I have a 5-note chord here for the synths and for those brass stabs, because I wanted them to feel as big as they could. So yep. That's it. It's the same for the 3 brass instruments, the same notes. Same notes. Now, where did I get these sounds? So the first synth stab was actually from a pack. Let me see if I can find this pack here. I haven't used it in a while because I've been using other stab sounds. But I had a pack around here on my Loops and Perks samples where I keep all of my samples. Let me organize this a little bit. But I have a pack around here of stab samples. This is right here, stab sample. They got miscellaneous stabs, percussive stabs, synth stabs, and they have a bunch of just one shots that I use on my beats, you know, regularly. Percussive stabs. You see? This one is pretty cool to make like ominous stuff, you know? So these stab samples, I do not remember where I got them. All I know is that I went into a website, I was looking for stab samples, and I got that for free. It was like a free pack, or maybe I'm lying, maybe it was like $5, but I don't remember. I just found it. And so this stab, so that stab really got me, and I was like, yeah, I want to use this one. I put a little reverb on it, and what I did was I layered that synth with these brass. So I have this from Serum also, the TSP SJU2FX Awesome Horn Stab. Also another preset that I found from Splice. So I used this and then just like adding another layer. So let me just play this one. See how it sounds? So then those first 2 layers are like this. I would even like maybe put the brass a little bit higher now that right? So that brass, that synth gives it like that stabby sound at the beginning, but the brass makes it feel like orchestral and big. And then I layered it with one more brass sound. This one is called the Synth Mod Sync. And this is just a synth, but it sounds like a brass, like a trumpet or something. So I layered those in, and so these sound like this. See? But all of them together sound like this. So yeah, those are the melodies. I also have this Fox fade in kind of thing going on here at the end of each bar, I guess. It's just a little reverse thing in my right speaker only, right? So I'm gonna play all the melodies together right now, and then we'll talk about the drums and the bass. So the Vox, this green Vox sample that I have here is very subtle. It's just like giving it like that rising effect there, so that it gives it momentum, right? So after that, let's talk about the drums. Let me just play these drums accordingly, like completely alone. And so the drums do this. The drums are in the blue, in case you're wondering. And that's it. Now, it's a fairly easy pattern, you know. It's a hip hop. It's something that you might listen in or hear on other songs, you know. So it's nothing special to say, you know, but it does the job. And what I did was I used all samples from different libraries that I bought that are royalty free, obviously. And most of them come from this pack from Ocean, the Minerals Drum Kit. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Ocean. He's an English, I presume, he's an English producer. And this drum pack was part of a course that I took on sync licensing, and they gave us this drum kit. So super grateful and super useful, and I probably use it on all of my beats for sync. You know, if it's adrenaline, if it's tension, if it's even like pop stuff, you can use this one. Now, so I use kind of the kick. I think I used the kick from here. Yeah, kick number 9. Right here, kick number 9. Yeah, one of my favorites. And then I have the snare also from Minerals. Snare number 6, was it? Yeah, I got that snare. But this snare is actually, it's the same snare, but one is like 3 semitones layered under. It doesn't really matter. It just gives it a little bit of more oomph. And I did it that way just to like layer it. You can hear the snare here at the end. It does a little roll. That's also, I just took it up a couple of semitones up and did that little roll there. Hi-hats are also from the Mineral pack, the hi-hat 25. I'm not gonna do this for every instrument really, but yeah. We can see the pattern here is it's basic. It's just a basic 16th, I think it is. Basic 16th note, you know, or 8th note, I would say 8th. Yeah, 8th note, basic 8th note. Let me just play the hi-hat. The velocities, I worked with the velocities a little bit, and then just that little hi-hat roll right there, like. And all the rolls have a different velocity. No, it's all the same velocity, but yeah, it's very simple, and that's it. You guys could literally copy that pattern, that hi-hat pattern, and put it on any of your beat, and it will sound cool. And then I got this open hi-hat also from Ocean. That's it. On the upbeat. Then I got this perk, but this one is from the one of J Cactus's packs. So yeah, it does that. Let me just play it. I mean, it you know, it's kind of boring because all I do is fill in the blanks with the perk. But you guys can have the idea of where I place them right here. You can see I just place them sparsely and always playing with the timing, always playing with the upbeats with those perks. All right, so those are all the elements for the drums, and then I have this crash at the beginning, and so they sound like this. Yeah, super simple, guys. And then the last part of this beat will be the 808, which I got from Sublab. It's called the Grunge Monster preset. If you guys love using Sublab is my go-to for 808s. Like I have 808 machine and I have other stuff for 808s, but I prefer using this one. The other plugin that I would use for 808s would be 808 Warfare from Contact. That one is super dope. So what does the 808 do? It just follows the kick. Let me show you here. Yeah. That's it. Very simple. Very simple. I didn't maybe I didn't even think much about this beat, and look, it got placed. So that's so you can see that sometimes simple and less is more. So yeah, that's what the bass does. Let me play it with the drums. Yeah, pretty cool, pretty groovy. Then we got this bass pattern here. This is also like a bass stab that I think I got from that other pack that I was showing you guys earlier. From the where was it? Let me look and make sure that I'm not talking BS. Oh, we got miscellaneous stabs, and then I found that bass stab right here. That's it. And then so what I did was a little sequence kind of thing here. Only 4 notes. Listen to this. Wait. That's it. And then I just put it in this part because of the transition, right? And this part also here on the verse. So also have this cymatics impactful white noise effect right here, which is just leaning into the last chorus or the last hook, right? Now what I want to talk about, which is very important, is the arrangement of this beat. So we start with the intro. The intro has to be a little interesting. That's why I have those vocal kind of textures there. And just to make the intro a little bit interesting, and I decided to start with part of the percussion too, because it just felt too empty. Felt too empty with only the melodies. So yeah, so the intro, just 4 bar. So normally every 4 or 8 bars you want to change something, but you also want to have a structure like intro verse or intro hook verse, hook 2, verse 2, like a little bridge or whatever, and then hook 3 coming in, and then at the end the stinger or the bumper. I mean, that is imperative. So right after the intro, I go right into the hook. Now it's a nice leveled hook. It doesn't have the vocal textures of the intro. So I call it a light hook because it doesn't have all the instruments playing at the same time. So this is what it sounds like. Now we're going into the verse. All right. So as you can see, the verse is pretty long. It's a 12 bar verse because this beat does not have a second verse. Obviously, when you submit this music, it's a demo at the beginning. It's like a demo, and then they send you revisions. They didn't send revisions about making another verse for this, so I just kept it how it is. Now, how did I make this long verse interesting? For the first 4 bars, it's just the kick with that bass pattern. I got the vocal texture, and I also have the melody, but I only have one instrument of the melody playing. I don't have both because I don't want to layer it up too much, you know? So for the first 4 bars, it sounds like this. And this is where we got the bass sequencer in, so it can fill in that gap, right? coming into the second part of the verse for another 4 bars, this is where I come in with the 808, but sparsely. Like I'm not playing it with the whole kick. So the kick is doing a different pattern also for this second part, and the 808 is just hitting at some points. I did come in with the snare. I brought in the snare. I brought in the open hi-hat, and I brought in the perk, but I took out, I'm still not playing the hi-hat, as you can see in this area right here. I took out those hi-hats. So that gives it variety, man. It gives it something different, you know. You don't have to be adding instruments all the time. You can just take them out, you know. And also, I just kept the melodies. I just kept the vocal textures, but then I came in with the brass, but also sparsely. Not the same pattern as I had at the beginning, you know, at the first hook, but the stabs are gonna be sparsely, okay? And also, as you can see here, I introduced that rising vocal texture also. So 4 bars of this. And then 4 bars. We come in with the hi-hat, we come in with the bass, and we come in with a different pattern of the melody, just sparse. So let's talk about that right here. The last 4 bars of this 12-bar verse, I come in with all the drums. You know, the hi-hats, the open hi-hat, the perk, right? I come in with the bass pattern, but I don't come in with the 808 yet, because I want the 808 to hit at the last part so it sounds big. I brought in all the instruments of the melodies, but as you can see here, let me show you here. I went from doing this pattern over here on the left. I went from doing this pattern to doing this pattern. Only 2 notes. Bong, bang. That's it. Bong, bang. Oh, that's it. Just to give it a little sense of, you know, we're going down, but we're gonna come up again. And also the brass sparingly, you know. So that's what I think it made it different here. That I have just this sparse thing, okay? And then that snare roll. So I decided you can always do a lot of variations with this type of transition. I decided to end that phrase or that verse, that part of the verse, I decided to end it on the 4 and let that other last bar. So I'm sorry, I ended it on the 3rd bar. So as you can count, 1, 2, 3. This, right? And then that 4th bar is in silence completely, but it comes up with a riser. Why did I do that? Because of edit points. Now, I won't stress enough how important it is, edit points. Edit points are more important than having like really complex stuff in your beat. That is my edit point for this beat. Now, you can add more. This beat could have more edit points. Maybe this could be like an edit point right here. You know? But that edit point right here, that silence coming up, editors love that because they could just cut it there, or they can use it as a risers for the next scene or stuff like that. So edit points are very important to have in your beats. So right now I have that edit point, and then I'm gonna have the stinger at the end, which is another edit point. But you can easily add another edit point at the end of the hook, like right where the verse starts, right there on the 1, and then leave it for like the other 3 beats in silence, and then start again. So having a lot of edit points is important. Don't go crazy like every part has an edit point, but make sure that at least parts that are impactful, make them even more impactful by having an edit point before it. So that's important. And if you're a composer, a media composer for a really long time, you know how important this is, all right? So yeah, after that edit point right here, we could easily come into the last hook. So the last hook is also 12 bars, but we bring everything in. The only thing that I am not playing here is the bass sequencer pattern, and also the first 4 bars does not have the lead, the analog's dream lead. It doesn't have for the first 4 bars, but then for the other 8 bars it does have it. So then we finish big. Yeah. And then the stinger, obviously. The stinger is something easy to do. I just put a little stab of the melodies here, all the synth stabs, and the kick. That's all you need. And I'm pretty sure I got some automation going on here. Let me see. No. Sometimes you want to automate any tails that are going on because of the 808 or any other instrument. You might want to mute that at the stinger. But the stinger is like, I would say, the second most important thing. First more important thing is the edit points, but the stinger is obviously right there as important, because all music from TV sync, it has this in common, and it's just powerful and important to have. So, and it's very easy to do. Just have your kick and the one note hitting in a stab motion, and that's it. Just like this one. That's it. Play it again. That's it. And let it ring out. Let it ring out for a little bit. You know, it doesn't matter. And that's it, guys. That is the beat. That is the evening gasp. Let me go to this other camera right now. Hey, what is up? Now I'm gonna turn off this playlist and I'm gonna put the beat in the background and just talk to you guys while I say my outro. Let me just bring it down a notch. Right here. I'm gonna bring it right here to how it was in the show. So yeah, guys, really, there you see that making music for TV does not have to be difficult. It's super easy. You just have to, you know, keep trying at it, you know, and watch videos like this that are helpful to you, so that you can learn how to do these type of beats, you know. So making music is not difficult for TV, okay? And that's the point of this video, just to show you guys how simple it can be, and how do editors and music supervisors see your music, and how they use it in their actual, you know, presentations. So nothing, guys. Thank you so much. This was a short live stream today, but I hope that you learned something from this. Follow me on Instagram, DillianMoBeats.com, and go to YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell button so you know that I'm going live. All right. So as always, thank you. Peace out.